Hello people of the internet. By the time you see this video, it will be sometime in the future. Well, I suppose it always is really, but quite a long time probably in the future from me recording it. Because what this video is about is testing alcohol markers to see if they yellow. Now, you may have seen my video on these pens. It wasn't a video actually, it was a short. I'd put it on Instagram and YouTube, and it was about these pens by Ohuhu, which I really liked. And what happened was I was using them really a lot, and then I found out they did this. So this is a picture coloured, and this is what they do. So on the opposing page, the page that would have been closed in the book next to it, they do yellowing. And it also comes through on the other page as well. So you can see, and this is quite a severe case of yellowing. And none of my other alcohol markers have ever done this, or not that I've noticed. And I've seen other people say that alcohol markers do it, but none of the ones I have used or own have done it apart from these. So I thought, as I have quite a few different brands of alcohol markers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test. Now, I want to eliminate some things. So I'm using 3 different types of paper. Settle in, get yourself a cuppa. I'm using 120 GSM Navigator paper. This is this paper. This is this paper, which you can buy online. I get it from Tesco in the UK. And it's quite a nice, smooth, thick, silky white paper. And I use it for all my swatch sheets and also printing colouring pages. So if I want to print a PDF out to colour, I will print it on Navigator paper. I think it takes pencils and alcohol markers really well. The next paper I'm going to test it on is, you pretty much can't get cheaper, 80 GSM Amazon Basics paper. So that's there. And then this paper here is actually the paper from the Amazon colouring books are made of. So what I have done is I have removed the last 3 pages of a colouring book, and you can see that's that's the actual, this page, and then that's the back page with the Amazon Basics thing on the bottom. And the reason why I'm using 3 different sheets is each one is going to have a top. I'm going to do a colour sample in the middle, and then we'll see what comes through to this side, and we'll be able to see it in the respective square, and what goes through to this side, and we'll be able to see it on the respective square. So not during the colouring process, what seeps through, but during the cooking process, let's call it. So when they've had time to sit and ferment, how much seeps through or down. Now, does that all make sense? Alcohol markers, going to go in the square, going to test them to see which one's yellow. Oh yes, the reason why I'm using 3 different types of paper, that was it. If you're into scrapbooking, you know about acid and lignin free, and you know that the paper, the lignin in paper can cause yellowing. It's what makes old newspapers go yellow, which is why scrapbooking products are lignin free. Paper products are lignin free to stop the yellowing. And I believe all these papers are acid free. I'm not sure they're lignin free. And it could be that. It could be that it's the paper that's causing the yellowing and not the pens. But in theory, if that was the case, all the pens would yellow. So we're eliminating paper and we're eliminating pens. It's just a bit of experimental fun, and I get to play with all my pens. Now, I'm not going to subject you to all the swatching. I might do a one and fast forward it for you so you can see what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to subject you all to the swatching. What I'm going to do is start with the nicest paper first and show you how I'm going to do it. So, obviously we're going to unclip it. We're going to take off the top sheet, because that'll be the one that sits on the top after we've done it. And I'm going to remove the bottom sheet, and I'm going to put a protective sheet underneath so that I don't seep through to whatever I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do, let's zoom you up, Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I am going to do a sample of the yellow, orange, red, purple, blue, green and brown of each of the following pens. The old Arteza Everblends, the new Arteza Everblends, the Artify pens, the Bellazia cheap pens from Amazon, Copic Chows, Decotime, the little fine liners that I bought recently, the Ohuhu Honolulu markers, the brush markers, the Slimline Ohuhu markers that I just showed you, the Olip cheapy ones that I've had for years and love, and then the slim ones that I bought recently, Pro markers. I would say Winsor & Newton Pro markers, but my ones are really old and they're still by Letraset, Spectrum Noir Illustrator, Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend, and the Tail Tree Gurks ones. I have the unbranded white label version of the Tail Tree ones, but they're the same pen. And then just for completeness, we're also going to add Bic Intensity, Malibu markers, Sharpie and Staedtler permanent markers, all of which are more not really sort of aimed at colouring, they're more aimed at sort of, you know, just being permanent markers really. But hey, we might as well do them as we're doing it. So I am going to pick out a pen for each of these, and then I shall just do one with you first of all so you can see what's going to happen. Then I'll come back to you when it's all completed. Okay, so I've picked my Arteza old, these are the Arteza Everblend markers, the old ones that used to come in the case, and I've picked my colours, so let's get them in order. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to do a patch. Let's do it with the chisel end. So yellow, I'm using Bumblebee yellow. Double layer I think will be enough. An orange. And then red, I'm using ruby red. I want to use the chisel so it's nice and thick layer. And then I'm using royal purple. And then this one is denim blue. It's a bit of a dark blue actually. I probably would have chosen a lighter blue if I'd have thought about it. This one's apple green. The reason why we're doing a whole spectrum of colours is because I know that some of the colours are more susceptible to yellowing than others. And brown. Okay, so that's the Arteza old style Everblends done. Let me put them away and get the next lot out. And now I've got my Arteza Everblend, the new ones, the remade ones that came in the different coloured barrels. So we start with the yellow. So I've got canary, yeah, canary yellow. Let's do chisel again. Chisel, up and down. And tangerine, up and down. And tomato red, that's a nice red actually, up and down. And deep iris purple, that's a nice purple, that's a better purple, that's more like my purple sample. And then this is Aegean blue. Bit of a Prussian blue that one, and then apple green again. So same as that one was apple green. I don't like the triangle ones because you have to sort of get them right in your hand. When you're using a chisel, you need to get the chisel the angle that you want it, and sometimes that doesn't match with the body. We're not talking about that. That's not what this video is about. And this one is hazelnut brown, is it? Yeah. Oh, darker than I thought. Okay, so that's the new Arteza Everblends. Let me now go and get the Artify. The Artify come in a nice plastic box. Oh, they're very heavy. So we're going to do a red, that orange, yellow, orange, red, purple, and blue, and green, and brown. Okay. Here we go. Bring it down. So, yellow. What we've got, chisel and... Okay, we do chisel again. Are you there? You are. Sorry about the light. It's really dark because we're in October now. Okay, these are the Bellazier ones. I have them in these plastic pots because I use them when my family comes around. I am literally going to be surrounded by lots of different markers. Right, so let's do this one. So I'm using just yellow, number 34. These, to be honest, are exactly the same as the Oleeps. Same numbers. They use the Shinhan inks, so I just wanted to do this for completeness. I'm using deep violet for this one. Now I only have a small set of Copics, so I have to be a bit of poetic license with the colours, I suppose, but we might just about do it. So yellow, we're using YOC. Oh, forgot they had such a little chisel. There we go. Okay, so that's the Copics. Next, Decotime fine twin markers. Gotta get them out. The good thing about having all these alcohol markers is that I can make videos like this for the good of the people of the internet. Right, these are fine. And they've got a brush on them, so yellow. Just laughing at how much stuff I've got around me. Right, Ohuhu's chestnut brown. There we go. That looks good. Let's do those. So sunflower. And then we've got the Ohuhu Slim markers. That's these. That's these ones that started all of this off. I need to get the other set, or can I get by with this one set? Yeah, I'll get by with this one. 102. That's the Ohuhu Slim markers. What we got next? Oleeps. I have them here. Okay, nice and easy because these are the ones I use for colour by number. So yellow, I'm going to use lemon yellow. Right, now I've got to do the Oleeps Slim markers, which are these. So, yellow, this one that I'm going to grab. pastel yellow. Bring you down. This was another reason why I decided to do this, because someone had asked me, do these yellow? And I can't answer that because I haven't used them enough yet. And next it is Pro markers. Now these are old. They're by Letraset. I had these when I was card making a very long time ago. And I really don't have a wide range of colours, but I have some colours, so we'll go with this. This is yellow. I'm surprised that these are still going. They're so old. And this was in the days that they didn't have these on the end. These are stickers that I painted and put on the end. That seems to be good enough. Just, as I say, it's just a representation of the colours. So, Spectrum Night. Always forget what these brushes feel like. Went hill at the end, thank goodness. Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend. They're here. Should I use the light, the medium, or the dark? Let's use the mid on everyone. I know it's green. I don't have a yellow one. There is a finally! Yay! Grab hold of them. Oh, it's not finally. It's finally for these type. You see? Can you see what's going on here? Look, I'm going to use these, which are the same as Tail Trees, but they're just literally white labelled. They don't even have a name on them. So, actually, down. I am running out of space. I must tidy up after myself afterwards. Look at that cute little chisel that they had on those. Okay, so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 different types of alcohol markers, and now I'm going to go on to permanent pens. So we've got Bic Intensity. Next, Malibu markers. Right, Sharpie's next. We'll need to open the window. Or not breathe. Sharpie yellow. Okay. See how bad this is looking so far around me? Wow. And then so we've got one more to do, which is the Staedtler permanent markers. Here we go. Must tidy up after. Well, I've got to swatch everything 2 more times without you watching, and then put everything away. Yellow. Things I do for you, people of the internet. The things I do for you. Right, that's it. Woohoo, we're done. I have swatched it. Well, you're done watching me. I've now got to do that 2 times more. So, this is going to be the thumbnail. Do they yellow? Right, let me do the others and I'll come back to you and then show you the sandwiching that I'm doing. Oh, I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. What's the time now? I think I've been at this for like 2 hours or something. Right. Get all me. Look at the mess. Look at that mess. Look. Right. Let's get them unstuck. And then let's get them matched up. So, the Amazon basic paper is this one. So that's the top sheet. So you can see that's all the colours done, and I'm putting a top sheet on and a bottom sheet on. And I'm going to clip them together. Okay. And then I'm going to put them in a book so that they're proper squashed together. And then that's the Amazon paper. Clip it together, and that's going to go in a book. And then navigator paper, bottom, top, and that's going to go in a book. So what will happen is, in theory, if the stuff seeps through, we'll see it, you know, how it seeped through, how it seeped through, and how it seeped up. That's in theory. Right, so the next time you see this will be sometime in the future. Could be a week, could be 2 weeks, who knows? See you later. Well, it is 2 weeks later, and for the last 2 weeks, actually it might be 3 weeks later, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, the test papers have been squished in this book on my bookshelf, so they've been having pressure against them, just like a colouring book would have. So let's take out each of the samples. So that's the 120 gram navigator paper. That's the Amazon Basics paper. And this is the Amazon colouring book paper. Ooh, I'm quite excited. So let us start with the Amazon, the navigator paper, which is, like I say, the paper I like to use. Okay, let's take this off. Now, do we have any come through? Oh, we do. We have 2 yellow squares. Now we have to work out where they line up with. That was the whole point of doing it this way. So, okay, so that's the Ohuhu Slim markers. That's these ones, which we knew yellowed anyway. And then the other ones are the Availble Slim markers. Ooh, controversial, because I thought the Availble Swim markers were the same as the Availble Fat markers, like using the Shinhan inks. I'm just twisting this to the light to see whether there's any others that have come through. That's interesting. So the old Artisas, the new Artisas, the Artify, the Copics, the Decotime fine liners, the Ohuhu Honolulus. Just checking that is. Oh, it's red. It's not the yellow. It's the orange that did it. Yeah, Ohuhu Slim markers. Yeah, those 2 colours there. So let's see what they look like on the other side, because, yeah, oh, I should have just done that really. You can see them in the squares. So, the only ones that have yellowed on this 120 GSM acid and lignin free, so it is not the acid or the lignin in the paper causing the yellow, is the orange colour from the Ohuhu and the Slim Oleeps. Huh. Which are these ones here. I'll put a picture here because they're downstairs, because I've been using them. But only the orange. Okay. Let's have a look at them on the thinner paper. So this is 80 GSM Amazon basic paper, really thin paper, and the same, just the same two. You can see through this paper, so you can read which two it is. And yep, same on that. Interestingly, none of the Bic or Malibu or any of those pens have done it. And then finally, on the Amazon colouring book paper, so same, the Ohuhu Slim markers and the Oleep. How interesting is that? The Oleep Slim ones, not the Oleep standard ones, which I've been using. Ooh, stuck there. Bit of glue tack. Yeah, and it's the same there. The same two come through. Not as intensely, strangely, but they're the only ones that are yellows. Oh, that's so interesting. So, I don't recommend these because they're yellow, and I don't recommend, and I'm guessing I don't recommend these because these both yellow. Oh, but what I am going to do, let's not finish here. Dun dun dun. Now we know that the paper isn't relevant. So the paper isn't relevant. It makes no difference in the colouring book paper as it did in the Amazon Basics paper or the Navigator paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch all of the colours. I'm also going to leave these to cook a little bit longer just to see if anything else comes out. I've done the work. Might as well revisit these in a couple of months' time and just see what happens. Let's put these inside the colouring book. So we get pressure on them. On my shelf. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a chart. I'm going to swatch all of these 3 layers of paper and swatch all of these 3 layers of paper, and then I'm going to see which one's yellow. So we know these both yellow, but not all the colours yellow, and then we might get to the stage where we just know which pens we can't use. This is exciting, isn't it? All this experimentation. It's for the good of the people of the internet, though. Us colouring people, we need to know these things. Right. So it is a couple of days, weeks, months, you'll never know, later, and I am just going to swatch. So I've printed it out on the... I haven't got any more pages that I can use from colouring books, and this is not the 120 GSM paper, this is just the 80 GSM paper. The pen's yellowed on all the papers, so this is, doesn't matter what paper we use. So that's the one I've just moved, is the one that's going to go on top. This is the one we're going to swatch on, and this is the one that's going to be at the bottom, so we know. So I'm not going to leave you watching all of this, but I'm keeping this bit of footage in so you know that I've done it. And also, I am not going to be neat. I'm just going to do a big squodge over, or you know, enough so that we can see it, kind of thing. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave it recording for a little bit, fast forward it. Let's just do it with a chisel because gets it done quicker, and then we'll have this ready and let to cook to see which colours out of the Slimline, which one's yellow. Yay! So here we go. Okay, that is them all swatched out. Let us get the one that goes behind, the one that goes in front. Make sure they're all the right way. Get them all nicely tightly clipped together. Let's find another clip. I must have another clip, I do. I put them in the nice squashed cooking place. So they can cook nicely. Now I also have to do the O-leap ones. I'll share the finished sheet with you. I'll sandwich them together, and then in a few days time I will amalgamate all of this information, so we will know which pen's yellow, and then which out of the sets of pens do yellow, which pen's actually yellow. Oh, there's such a lot of work going into this. This is, I don't know how long in total this video will have taken to record and do all the composite parts, but people of the internet, I'm doing it for you. Alright, see you on the other side. Done. I have swatched those. I think this is the first time I've ever swatched these ones, you know. We're here to get them all ready for the end result of which colours out of the O-leap 100 Slimline markers yellow. I will see you, I have no idea how far in the future, for the results, the final results. Okay, so here we are. Sometime later, it's actually February. So these are the ones where, let's just check these just to see whether any more yellowed up. No. So on this one, the only ones that yellow, oh, is that red one? Oh, that red one up there is showing a little bit. Dun dun dun. I'd heard rumour. Not quite as strong, but can you see up there? Just, but not as strong as those two. But up there, the old Arteza red, so the Arteza Everblend Old. See it? A little bit. Not as bad as these ones here, the Ohuhu Slim and the O-leap Slim. But that, yeah, there is a bit of yellow there. I was just, you know, revisiting this a bit later. You can see that some come through. Now that is going to be any different on the different papers. Interestingly, can't see any of the Arteza one playing up on that one. Let's get the clip off. Let's get the clip off and give it a good. Yeah, look. Them two terrible. None on the Arteza red, but there was a bit on the better paper, the 120 GSM paper. And let's have a look on the colouring book paper. Just to see. There is a you see those two again, really strong. There's actually less on this colouring book paper than there is on the better paper. It's like the better the paper, the worse the yellowing. Yeah, it's about the same maybe. But that Arteza yellow didn't come through. Right. So, but this is what we're here for. The two sets of pens that were fully swatched, so that we know if you own them, what you can do is avoid these pens out of the set. Let's get you down nice so we can not see everything, so we can not miss anything. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, so this is the Ohuhu Slimline markers. These markers, which actual colours out of these two sets actually yellow. Right, it's like a drum roll. So there's the top cover, there's the actual swatch, and here's the result. Oh, so the colours are, I'm going to get close, marigold, definitely yellows, tawny, definitely yellows. Terracotta, yellows. Coffee, yellows. Golden brown, yellows. Cadmium yellow, yellows. Earth yellow, yellows. Yellow green. No, I don't think it does. Sap green does. Dark bark does. Brown beige does. There we go. So lots of the browns do. I'm going to just put my light really bright on it for my eyes, which is going to flash it out for you. Just seeing. So brown beige, dark bark, sap green, yellow green. Yeah, yellow green has. It's not quite as strong, but there is a yellow in there. Earth green, cadmium green. Sorry, cadmium yellow. Golden brown, coffee, terracotta, tawny, marigold, warm golden. They all yellow out of the Ohuhu Slimline markers. Okay, so there's your fact-based evidence. See if there's any more come through on there. Not really. It's much easier with the names. There's your fact-based evidence that these of the colours that actually yellow in these. And now let's have a look at the Oleeps. So this is the skinny Oleep set. Let me go and get it. Okay, so the next set that showed up as yellowing really badly were these, which are the Oleep skinnies, as I call them, because they are skinnier than the other ones. I think these are the same as the Shuttle Art ones. They've got the same bodies as the Shuttle Art ones. So let's see what colours in this set. Zoom it down again. 100 alcohol marker set. Top sheet. Bottom sheet. And oh, look at some of these. They are yellow. Right. French vermilion, orange, dark yellow, melon yellow, bronze green. None in the middle. Oh, my head was so close to the camera. None in the middle section at all. And then there is some there for nearly all those browns. Look, chocolate, burnt orange, brick brown, rose beige. And then walnut. Chestnut brown is the only one that hasn't. I'll turn the light on it really bright to see it. Which I'll wash it out for you. No, chestnut brown hasn't. Walnut, raw umber. Okay, so definitely yellowing from the slimline Oleeps are raw umber, walnut, rose beige, brick brown, burnt orange, chocolate, bronze green, melon yellow, dark yellow, orange, and vermilion. None of the reds, so you can see that. Alright, so the Ohuhus were worse because there was, can't see it very well there, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of, is that one there as well? Did I count that one? Yeah, the olive green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 96 pens yellowed of the Ohuhus. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 100 of the Oleeps. See if some of the colour names were the same. Brown beige, rose beige, and they're different names anyway. They're different names, different numbers, so different. It's obviously something to do with the yellow pen being more acidy and affecting the paper, the yellow ink that they're using. So there you go. From the sets that I tested, these two sets showed yellowing, and then out of the complete sets, these are the actual pens that yellowed. So if you have these set, you don't have to throw them all away. You just might not want to use the colours that I've listed out. So thanks very much for watching, everyone, and take care.